What's up, good people? There's a video that I want to share with you that I think Africans need to hear this message across the continent. This message needs to reach all Africans as fast as possible, because this lady, she's bold enough to say things that people are always afraid to say about. This lady, she's a Nigerian. I want to show you this video and let's meet at the end of it and say something. I hope that this message reaches you person who have a mind of going to the United States. Let's roll into the video.
Take it or leave it. Whatever it is that I'm about to say in this video, I'm just going to be direct. It's going to be more like freestyling. Yes. It's coming straight from me. Privy Kedex. I will consider myself a true human because I'm always speaking my mind. I'm always saying things like it is. You understand? I came to the United States of America at a very young age, so which means I didn't really have the opportunity to say yes or no because my parents came here when I was extremely young. You understand? There's this thing that people have been doing, and I'm kind of like trying to control myself and control my emotions and not talk about it. But I feel like it has reached a stage, and I feel like, it's time to talk about it because, I've been doing quite a lot of research about it, especially Nigerians. You understand? This video is directly to Nigeria. Now, why do I pick Nigeria? I know some people on my page like, oh, you're always talking about Nigeria. No, I'm not prejudiced. I'm not stereotyping. It's just, I am from Nigeria, and Nigeria happens to be the most popular black nation on the face of the planet, and not only that, they're gonna like over probably 200 million if we're counting right. And at the same time, is the center, is the heart of Africa and the powerhouse of Africa. And I feel like Nigeria as a country should be representing, you understand, meaning that there should be a backbone to many other black nations, and standing firm at this age, at this day. And you understand, and I understand, based on my research, they say that out of all the black nations around the globe, Nigeria happens to be the highest when it comes to the children running out of people running out of Nigeria, you understand, because they don't want to stay there. You understand? They constantly apply for visa to Canada, to some other European countries, and North America, Canada, America, whatever you want to call it, you understand. And I've gotten to this stage whereby I feel like people need to understand one thing. This ideology of being rich or being poor is a state of mind. It's not really physical like the way you think of it. You understand? It's not so artificial when you think of it. I feel like, let me just be direct with you. Being rich is something that is internal. You understand what I'm saying? As a rich person, it's something that is from the inside. You understand? Being rich is not you just having money and having houses and having all those stuff. When I say it's internal, because number one, when you have a rich mind, whatever it is that you're going to bring out of you, it will be rich. You understand? Because you'll be able to survive any surrounding, no matter where you are. I see so many talented people from Nigeria every day. And the one that is really, okay, calm down. That's really driving me nuts nowadays is like all these young guys and young ladies, you understand, they have education, they have good jobs, you understand. Look at me. I have like at least 2 or 4, 5 friends, or maybe acquaintances, what do you want to call them. You have a great job. You're working for Chevron in Nigeria. You're working for Shell, you understand, in Nigeria. And you're a lawyer, whatever it is that you want to call it. And you have a great job. Your apartment is paid for. You even have a car on your leg. You understand? You can get to work every day. You don't have no debt. You don't have no bills. And you're going to come to United States of America to start your life all over again? How stupid are you? You come here, lie to the American embassy, go there with whatever document you want to go with, and you say you're trying to go to America to visit. Then you come over here, they give you a 2-year visa. 2-year visa means that come to United States, you're only allowed to stay for 2 years, but for the first 6 months, come. When you come the first 6 months, make sure you go back after 6 months. You have a round trip ticket, use it. They're not saying don't come back again. I know people that have been coming to United States for a long time. They come for that 6 months, they use that visa, they go back and they come back, and they continue to renew their visa. You're a young person, you believe in your friends, you believe in your sisters and your cousins. Let me tell you something. America is not as easy as you think. There is no friend, there is no sister, there's no mother, there's no father, there's none of that damn shit in America. Everybody stand on their home by their whole fucking self. None of that shit exists here. You want to come squat at my house? Let me tell you something. I've done that. I've been here for 23 fucking years. I can tell you in and out of this country when it comes to the law, when it comes to every damn thing. You put all those things together that you're capable of taking care of yourself, that you can handle your own responsibility. Not Privy Kedex will be handling it for you. No, you staying in my house. I've had many people stayed in my house. I've had many people stay in my whatever to inconvenience myself. I don't have any problem helping people, but I need to tell you one thing. Get it into your mind as a young person. If you're not capable, don't do it. Then the next thing, you end up on New York streets, become homeless. You end up on Arizona streets, become useless. Then you can end up in Atlanta and be sleeping in jailhouse or sleeping in shelter when you have a great life before you came here. America does not recognize all that stuff. America is also grant individuals according to their home self. Even American citizens with blue passports, when they are homeless, they sleep under the bridge. There are many as today between God and man. I saw more than 8 homeless people on the street. After they've been homeless for a long time, they will get no choice but to get stuck on drugs. You know what I'm saying? People start saying the reason why they're homeless is because they're on drugs. No, people that went to Yale University, go read. You see them, they're homeless on the street. America is not a place of love me, I love you, I hate you. People, everybody according to their home problem. You see all these people that are living in America, your uncles and your aunties and your whatever, they are staying here, each an individual with their own akirebe. You know what they call akirebe? With their own ibebe and akirebe. Akirebe is a calabash. It's like a pot with their own cup of tea. Everybody with their own palaver. Then you now end up in Boston. You'll now be telling me that you are end up in Boston after I already advised you that they gave you a 2-year visa, 6 months. Use it and get the hell out of here. You can come back again. That is an opportunity for you to use for yourself. Then you think, oh, I'm gonna marry an American girl. Then you can get your green card because you feel like the only way out is to marry somebody. Let me tell you something. I don't file for somebody before, so I can tell you how it works because I am experienced. You might even call me immigration officer. The thing about it is this: when it comes to that, it's not guaranteed. Some people, they will do it, they will deny it. Some people, they will not find nobody to do it for them. They will be working day and night. The worst thing, our girls will start useless in themselves. Higher percentage of the girls out here, even with their high institute and education, they're doing prostitution. Prostitution in the daylight, not just standing on the street. Private prostitution. My sugar daddy, my aristos, and all those stuff. You came from a good family, you go to church, but at the same time, that thing does not show. Because number one, if you think coming to America will make you get closer to God, it will make you far away from God. If you think America will get you closer to that, your religion, it will keep you far. Because many people, they are lying on so many things just to sustain life over here. You might say, oh yes, I don't lie. They lie on their tax return. They lie on every damn fucking thing. They lie to collect assistance from the government. They lie on many things in order to sustain out here. They are lying. And the worst part, you will now go get a second-hand job as a female. And your boss will be trying to sleep with you because you're trying to make ends meet. You don't have paper. 4 years, 3 years, 2 years. People are stuck. Now you are stuck in this country. You cannot leave the country. You don't have money to sustain your life. You don't have nothing for yourself. Even me as an American citizen, people that even have the good education to get a job, they're still struggling. Talk less of somebody that you don't have anything. It's horrible. You don't have an education, you will suffer in America. Even when you have an education, you have to plan yourself well. Because they have what they call 3 credit-based system. 3 credit-based system, that means that you are lucky. Maybe you luckily marry somebody, you get a green card, or maybe you didn't marry, you're lucky, you came on a lottery visa, you got a job, you have a regular life, you have your education, you have things, you get a good job. You have to plan yourself. Don't fuck with your record. That's your first system. Your criminal record is very, very important. Protect it 100%. And when it comes to your driving record, you mess up too much, they will suspend your license. That means you mess with the government. Don't fuck with your credit system, credit rating system. They will rate you, they'll profile you. Even some jobs will profile you. And the last system, which is also banking record, I mentioned 3, make it 4. Don't mess with it. They will scrutinize everything about your life. America is not a country. It's a system. You either follow the rules or get the fuck out. People out here that you see that I've been here for 23 years. All out of everybody that say that they want to come here for American dream, I've only seen maybe luckily 0.01% that are millionaires. Forget all that fantasy. America is a hustle. Forget all those people that are wearing Brazilian hair. I am wearing Nigerian hair. I'm telling you the fucking truth. As a Nigerian, I see my nation as a rich nation, and some of our leaders are so polluted in the mind that they'll come here and they'll buy houses for roaches and lizards and all those motherfucking shit to live in, and nobody's staying there, and their children are wasting their life. Old man, old woman, please can you guys wake up? You are killing our children. You guys are blood suckers. I'm telling you, you are bloodsucker. So the kind of thing that will hit you when you die, you will never die. It's so sad. Like seriously, our children are useless all across the globe. They're killing them like chickens in Asia. They're over here like a bunch of turkeys in jails. Because after a while they cannot survive, they'll start doing fraud. They will do fraud. They will commit all kind of atrocity in the society. And the ones that are legal, they are struggling day and night, 7 days a week. They will waka. Even the ones that have great job, they don't have savings. And average America does not have $1,500 in their account. In case you don't know how much that is, even 1,000. Let's make it easier. They don't have 350,000. You are calling me to pay for your son's school fee. You are asking me to help you with 80,000 naira. Did I tell you that I have 80,000 naira? I don't have 80,000 naira to give you. 80,000 naira. Do you know how many days it will make me to make that money? Did I tell you that I block money for America? 80,000 naira. You know what it is? So many times I was saying, many of my young friends, you guys don't have responsibility. You don't have no headache. Nobody is chasing you for phone bill. Nobody is chasing you for insurance bill. Nobody is chasing you for car notes. Nobody is chasing you for house rent. Nobody is chasing you for nothing. It's true. You finish college, you cannot find education. You cannot find a job. Can you create some? Create a job in your mind. Use your talent. The time that you are using to do like this, hey, how am I going to use it? Use it to be the first man that God created on the planet. You to utilize your ability to be an innovator. Create something. Fuck the government. Don't be ashamed. Yeah, I want to post. Yeah, you're in the society. You are like this. You're like this. You're concerned about what people will say about you. Don't give a fuck. If I was to be in Nigeria, I would be a Gary seller. I'll be an Iru seller. I'll be a Gary seller, I'll be a Iru seller, I'll be fish seller. Anything to sustain.
Welcome back to the channel. So the lady addressed a number of issues that I believe that it is important for all Africans across the world, especially Africans who haven't left Africa to go to the United States. And I know predominantly there's always been an issue with Nigerians leaving their country, going to other places, including going to South Africa, looking for greener pasture, which is okay. But going to the United States, it's not the same case. This is an extreme way of trying to move away from the life that you're living in Africa, thinking that in the United States, life is greener. This message also goes to Africans generally, not only Nigerians. I think objectively it was made for Nigerians, but if you look at this video in a broader perspective, it needs to reach all Africans across the continent. Most of us have the American dream of leaving Africa just after finishing our college, feeling that we are going to get a lot of opportunities. One, I would like to advise you to tap into the opportunities that we have inside Africa. What can you do as an individual? Of course, we are facing unemployment rates in Africa. Our countries, Kenya, Tanzania, different African countries have different unemployment rates which are happening in those places. So after attaining your degree or your certificate or a diploma in anything, look what you can do with it. So the same case, I think that's what the lady was addressing. And in this video, she shares a number of things. One is the harsh realities which are in the United States. And she says so clearly that the United States is not a country, it is a system. That if you don't play so hard, you will end up in the streets. You'll do things which are so substandard that you couldn't even have done while in Africa. What's the message to you, brother, or a person who wants to go to the United States? The grass is always not greener. But we are not saying that not go to the United States. If you fit a given job, if you have the qualification, if you believe in yourself, if you have the guts to do something, then go for it. But again, put in your mind that the game is always not same when you go to the United States. Number two, Africans should be proud of their countries. Yes, that's another important message that I get from the lady. Africans, we need to be so proud of our countries. We see those buildings in the United States, we see that development, we see those postcards that are there, but we don't take time to be proud of our own countries. The clean air, the environment, the natural foods that we have, the sisterhood, the community, the brotherhood that we have. Those are things to be proud of, instead of just looking a cooperative society For example, things which are in the United States, you know. Sister said it so clearly. They will not find your brother as an African. You will not find your sister there. If you don't work hard, you will just have nothing to take. Not same as in Africa, where you can go to your mother's house and take food. Your mother is not there. And she says it so clearly that if you're not ready to risk, if you're not ready to go for an extra mile to get what you gotta get, and then it's going to be hard for you. And this message is so relevant to Africans across any part of African country that you are. You need to hear this message because it is important for both of us. Another thing that she also says is that you are allowed to seek opportunities in the United States, yes, but you need to have everything which is required of you to have, because people carelessly leave Africa. You have the opportunities in Africa, you have a job, you have a car, the way she addressed it, and you just leave it all that because you want the American dream. Going to start afresh, to start from nothing, while you left a life in Africa. I wouldn't trade that for the American dream. Trust me, I wouldn't trade my life. When I have a roof over my head, I can eat, I can go out. Sometimes I can go to the supermarket and buy what I want. I can wear what I want. I can trade my life. I can't trade my lifestyle for that. So if you have something figured out in Africa, please amplify it instead of going to the United States. It won't serve you. It won't serve you. Starting from afresh in a place where everything is being paid off. Everything is expensive. Taxes. The moment you left with your money, it's useless, And you gotta live paycheck to paycheck, paycheck to paycheck. You have no savings. Most of the people in the United States don't save because of their paycheck lifestyle. You need to pay your expenses. So if you have your life figured here in Africa, please stay the hell out of United States. Another things that we need to know is that education for the youths is really, really important, especially when you can apply the knowledge that you have to create something new, because we are having a crisis. We're having unemployment rates in Africa perpetuated by our corrupt leaders. The sisters tapped directly into it. Yes, the corrupt African leaders which are sucking the hell of life out of Africans, investing in the foreign banks. You need to be educated well enough to have your own business, to start something out of it. Because from there, you won't have to depend you will not have to depend on the government for employment, And having this education, also it is important for us because it shows us that we don't need to go to the United States. We can have it figured out inside Africa. We can have everything we have here inside Africa, The best way to eradicate poverty in our African countries is, number one, education. Education in the sense that whatever skills you have, creatively think of what you can come out with, create out of nothing, and then find people whom you are, like-minded with, and do something with what you have and what you can. It starts with what you have, not what you want. What you want is what most of the youths are leaving Africa going to the United States. You can have it, I'll say again, you can have it all figured out here in Africa. Education is key. Education is power. Now, if you have a person who needs to hear this message, share this video to them. They need to see that it's true, that it's not easier as most of people think, that life in the United States is what they usually think. You gotta get those cars, you gotta drive those cars as you think. No, life is not easier out there. Figure it out inside Africa. Find what you can tap in. We have a lot of resources. The problem is that we are not shown so much well by our government, but we have the resources. And if in the next coming 5 years we are still increasing the education rates in Africa, I think that the next coming 6 years, 5 years, we will have it figured it out here inside our country. Guys, tell me what you think in the comment section about this. I want it to be an interactive session. You don't have to be an African for you to say something about this. You can't be an American. You can't be white. You can't be black. You can't be Asian. But you have an experience with this. Our African brothers have always been suffering, leaving Africa, going to these places. Look at what is happening to our brothers and sisters in Dubai. Look at what is happening to our brothers and sisters in the United States. I mean, isn't it enough for the bad things which are happening for us? For how long will we learn that these places that we want to go are so cruel for us? How many suicidal cases have you seen in the United States where youths who come from Africa commit suicide and get in bad things because of these things? Tell me what you think in the comment section about this issue. Until then, peace, love, and harmony. And lastly, kindly consider subscribing to my channel on my way to 5K subscribers. Make this happen to me and I'll surely be happy and bringing you valuable content that will change your perspective about some things in Africa. Until then, peace, love, and harmony. Salute.